January the 7th, 2016. As you're looking at the back up channel, subscribe because I don't know if or when I can access my old channel. What you're looking at in this video is very important. It's from the Environmental Defense Fund, and I think it was key in getting the media attention and the governor's attention there in California. But what happened yesterday is Governor Jerry Brown finally declared a state of emergency. That's key because it unlocks a lot of valuable tools that the state has that can assist the oil company. In declaring the emergency, Brown noted the widespread disruption the gas leak had caused and reiterated the state's effort to help fix the problem. Under the order, all state agencies will utilize state personnel, equipment, and facilities to ensure a continuous and thorough state response to this incident. It goes on to say that all necessary and viable actions will be taken to ensure Southern California Gas Company maximizes daily withdrawals of natural gas from the Aliso Canyon storage facility for use or storage elsewhere. It captures the leaking gas and odorants while relief wells are being completed. It must also identify how it will stop the gas leak if relief wells fail to seal the leaking well or if the existing leak worsens. Now, the reports also from that area, guys, were talking about yesterday that an oily sludge was starting to rise around the top of this. We mostly had just seen the vapors. And so they're building containment barriers, kind of like the oil booms you see in the water, but it's on land, and they're designed to trap as much of this oil and the slime, what they're calling it, an oily slime, before it gets across the land any further. Of course, it's going to soak in some. One of the interesting reports about this, and it's possibly the largest methane leak ever, is that, and this is coming from one of the attorneys, his name is Brian Parrish. He's representing local homeowners who are bringing a suit against the gas company. Says that the underground storage facility lacked a deep subsurface valve which could have stopped the gas from leaking. Had we had the safety valve, he said, this whole problem would have been prevented. There would have been a small runoff of some gas and it would have been over. All these people would not have had to leave and they wouldn't be sick. It's critical to the entire case. In fact, Southern California's gas executive Roger Sweat confirmed to the LA Weekly that the well did not replace the valve when it was removed in 1979. But that such a valve was not required by law because it was not a critical well. I guess it's critical now since it's the largest leak. But listen to how they decide if it's critical or not. It means that it's less than 100 feet from a road or 300 feet from residences. Think about that. That's some excellent criteria for something this large with this much pressure. It's not just the 100 feet and the 300 feet. They're saying it's a planetary event. Yet people who live about a mile away from the leak are being evacuated, mostly due to the negative physiological response to mercaptan's trace quantities of sulfurous chemicals that engineers add to the odorless methane gas to help detect leaks, and because they probably don't want to live that close to one of the biggest environmental disasters on the planet. Nosebleeds, nausea, more. They're having a lot of problems there. We're watching it, and I'll get any updates I can. Also, the situation in Oregon, it seems to be less and less information coming out. Now, as far as I know, they still have power. Also, 2 reporters from Reuters were allowed to spend the night. I think it was night before last, and one of their reports mentioned, and this one caught my eye more than anything else, the head of their security unit. I don't know if there was a conflict there or but he drove off property, and they have not been able to contact him. They tried on the phone that night several times, according to the 2, again, Reuters reporters. Right now, it appears that law enforcement wants to have a peaceful resolution to this. If they have implants in there that keeps this stirred up, that may not occur. Maybe it will. Now, I'm 100% behind these guys because somebody has to make a stand. That's what this next political election cycle that we're going to go through is all about. Maybe possibly a change. But what these guys are doing, and many are calling them terrorists, and they're not, is they had exhausted all legal means. This federal takeover of land is massive. Over 50% of Oregon now. I think over 85% of Nevada, guys. We're watching this as a heads up. I'm doing everything to get my other channel back. It's been a nightmare. Thanks for your help. Heads up. Be safe.